Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. And lately there's been a push towards more premium Chromebooks and they've dubbed them gaming Chromebooks. I have one right here, the Asus Chromebook Vibe CX34 Flip. And the goal of these Chromebooks is to give you a more premium hardware experience on Chrome OS because cloud gaming is just getting better and better. Now I think this is a perfect time for Google to bring back the original Pixelbook, my favorite Chromebook of all time. The hardware was impeccable. Just update the internals and we're good to go. Anyways, let's get into the video of the Asus Chromebook Vibe. Really excited. This has a 144 hertz display. Obviously helps out with that gaming. It has a 12th gen Intel processor, a stylus included, a custom keyboard as well. We're gonna open this up, see what comes in the box. I'm really excited to see the hardware and design of this Chromebook. Let's get started. Here is the new Asus Chromebook Vibe. I have my address all over this box, so I can't really show you the entire box. Pretty plain, but I don't expect the design of this Chromebook to be very plain. You get your standard booklets along with this card for offers. And finally in the box, you just get your charger, which is USB Type-C connected to the adapter, so it does not disconnect. It's 45 watts, as you can tell, and there's some information about our charger. I know what you came to see, the Chromebook Vibe. As you can tell, in white, we are going to take a closer look at this hardware. First of all, like I do in all of my laptop Chromebook unboxing videos, one-handed test, opening it up. It did lift up just a tiny bit, but can definitely be opened up with one hand. So that's good. Also, you can see the custom keyboard I mentioned with more gaming highlights. So this is an RGB keyboard, but obviously WASD is highlighted. Taking a close look on the left side, you get your stylus. So let me check this out very quickly. We'll take a closer look in just a second, but as you can tell, on the left side, just slide it on in. You have a USB Type-C port, HDMI port. Love to see that in case you want to game on an external monitor, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. Along the front, absolutely nothing except this little notch that's right here, and that's actually to cover your webcam. This is a 720p webcam, but if you slide this, you'll notice an orange little dot that shows up to physically cover the webcam. So love that privacy. And then along the right side, we have a status light, power button, volume rockers. Because this is a 360-degree laptop, goes all the way around into a tablet. You have a USB Type-A port, USB Type-C, and then your lock. Quick look along the back with the hinge and some slots for some heat dissipation. Along the right, there's the other hinge. Down at the bottom, all four corners have grips. You've got more vents and a full bar up towards the top with grips so it doesn't slide around. And at the top, we've got Chromebook and Asus branding. This is a very good looking Chromebook. I'm excited to get this going, so let's actually boot this up. While it boots up, another quick close-up. Has some grips with that orange accent. I like the white and orange accent. Intel Iris Xe graphics. Here is that trackpad, fairly wide. Love to see that. You have sound by Harman Kardon, and here is a look at that chiclet style keyboard. I believe 1.4 millimeters of travel for your gaming needs. Again, WASD highlighted. This is an RGB keyboard. With the Chromebook booted up, I'm gonna run through the startup process, talk about anything noteworthy. Running through the setup process, unfortunately, it doesn't have a fingerprint scanner, so you just have to use a PIN. I signed into my account and it's prompting me for a light or a dark theme. Our setup is complete. Get your device ready for gaming next. So it prompts you to actually set that up. We're all set up and ready to go. Opens up the Play Store right away. Lets you know there's a Chrome OS update, so I will apply that. But also, check it out. Look at that icon right down there. Stadia is there. RIP, that is officially discontinued. So we're gonna have to use other streaming services, which is totally fine. Sorry to shut the lights off on you, but take a look. This is a completely backlit keyboard and RGB. So you can actually customize the backlighting. If you want just standard, the white light backdrop, you can switch it to, this is yellow, here's blue, and there's also just a rainbow option. So you'll notice that the colors kind of shift depending on what side of the keyboard you're on. You can even change the color based on the wallpaper that you're using. And I have to say, I wish it got just a little bit brighter. As you can even tell on camera, it's not quite as bright as I would like it to be. I wish it had settings. I can't seem to find any. Moving along, this is a 360-degree laptop. It can sit all the way flat. I don't know why you would do that, but you can flip it all the way around and use it just like a tablet. It does recognize it, switches to tablet mode, prompts you to navigate with gestures. So for the gestures, pretty similar to what you'd find on Android, where it's got quick shortcuts right here. Press or swipe up and hold, and it will bring you to your recent apps. If you do swipe from the sides, I believe it's to go back. So if I go into an app, swipe over from the side, it's just that back gesture. There's also grips on the bottom, so it won't slide around if you want to put it in this mode. I also want to make note that the stylus is very easy to pull out when you are in this mode, so you can just go ahead and start using it. There are tools for our stylus. Let's go ahead and select it. Screen capture, create note, laser pointer, and magnifying glass. So let's try a laser pointer, which I don't actually know how that's going to work. Let's maybe go into, it looks like touching the screen. Okay, so that must just be if you're doing a screen recording in a presentation. So you have to actually touch the screen for that laser to show up. I thought it would actually recognize it like a wand, but apparently not. Continuing through, magnifying glass, create note, screen capture. Let's go into settings of our stylus, just showing stylus tools when you take it out, but also a quick shortcut to the Play Store for certain apps that you can take full advantage of this stylus. One more closer look at the stylus. There's Asus on the side. It's fairly big actually, so it fits in the body. Feels more like a regular pencil or a pen. Anyways, going through, it's already restoring a bunch of my apps, including GeForce Now. So I think it's about that time. Let's do some gaming tests. So opening up GeForce Now, I'll get it all set up. By the way, this is a 14-inch 1080p display with a 16:10 aspect ratio, all the way up to 144 hertz. Now, like I mentioned, we are going to do a little bit of gaming. So I logged into NVIDIA GeForce Now. You can use Xboxes, you can use Amazons, but let's load up a game. Let's try Apex Legends. Very quickly, almost forgot, I'm going to go into custom and change my frame rate. Can't take advantage of the higher refresh rate, but in NVIDIA GeForce Now, it is all the way up to 120 frames per second. So again, keep in mind you're not taking full advantage because it's not at 144 hertz. I'm sure maybe in the future they might update that. All right, just some quick Apex Legends gameplay. Feels very smooth overall, which is good to see. Now, we're just gonna kind of run through and test out a few things. Now, obviously, with cloud gaming, it's pretty dependent on your internet connection. Mine seems to be very solid. There's a little bit of a latency with cloud gaming still. I mean, you could just kind of feel it when I compare playing on my gaming PC versus cloud gaming, but still, it's very impressive how responsive this is. And again, just looks very smooth overall with the higher frame rate, higher refresh rate display. The chiclet style keyboard feels good while doing some gaming. I'll have to test it out a little bit more, you know, but pressing it a decent amount of travel. It's not obviously as good as a mechanical keyboard in my opinion, but still really enjoying how smooth this looks. And I'm really happy they're using more premium hardware on Chromebooks. Also, real quick, let's do a quick test. There we go. Now I can just hide from that webcam. And you don't just have to use the stylus to use the touchscreen. You can just use your finger if you'd like to. But overall, obviously it runs Chrome OS. Everything seems to be very smooth, very quick, at least so far. You can open up, you know, use all your Chrome browser extensions, all that good stuff. Quick swap between different apps. You can multitask. And with the Play Store, you can install just a bunch of games, anything that you want, whether it be Angry Birds or ping pong. And some final thoughts on this gaming Chromebook. Overall, it feels a little bit plasticky, so just kind of make note of that. And it's a little bit thicker and heavier than I was expecting. It is nice it has an HDMI and a micro SD card slot, but just make note that it's just a little bit thicker and heavier than I was hoping for. And overall, that's just about everything I wanted to show off with the Asus Chromebook Vibe. I hope you enjoyed the video. A lot more content coming soon. Drop a comment. Let me know if this is something you would consider picking up. Again, aesthetically, very good looking device. Really excited that there's more and more premium Chromebooks. Hopefully Google remakes their Pixelbook. Anyways, be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, thank you for watching.